For both of you guys, can you just talk about what you've seen from Dean Kramer, the way he's developed this year, and how you think he's going to handle this assignment tonight?
First off, Dean has put together an incredible year for us. He's pitched in a lot of big games. Obviously, the game where we clinched, I think even where we clinched the postseason and where we clinched the AL East. For a guy who didn't get off to the type of start that he wanted to, the adjustments he made in season, and just his bulldog mentality, there's no one more that I trust to have the ball in a game like tonight.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest takeaway is just the kind of competitor that he is. Anytime he gets the ball, you can tell he's all business. From the minute he gets to the field, and then when he's on the mound, he just he's an ultimate competitor. So definitely trust him in a big game like this, and excited to see what he's going to do.
Ryan, Hyde said yesterday that he thinks you've been taking good at bats the past couple weeks and maybe just had some bad luck. Would you kind of agree with that's how the last couple weeks have gone for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I'm hitting the ball same that I have all season long. Just I can think of a few lineouts, and that swing the other day back home, just kind of hit it to the wrong part of the park. But I feel confident in the box. Swing feels good, and I feel like I'm right where I need to be going into tonight.
James, you didn't play in the first two games. What did you see from the team in those two games?
The first game was a battle. We got some runners on in different innings, and unfortunately couldn't come through. Sometimes you got to tip your cap to the opposing pitcher. 2 different innings where we had guys on, and Spores and Chapman started dotting, and got some big outs. I think the thing in Game 2 that really stuck out to me was how we battled back. We got down big early, and we ended up putting up 8 runs. It would have been easy to kind of roll over and die, but that's not what this team has done all year, and it's not something we're going to do now. So I like the momentum that we built as far as battling back, and hopefully that can carry over to tonight.
Hey, Ryan, back here. Yesterday in the clubhouse, you told us you're not ready to be done playing with this team this year. How do you kind of channel that feeling, that emotion, I guess for both of you guys, channel that mentally to be your best, play your best in a must-win game like this? Yeah,
I don't think there's an easy answer, easy way to channel it into the game. It's every game we play, we're trying to win the game. But I know I feel that way. Like I said yesterday, and I know a lot of guys feel that way in the clubhouse. It's a close group. It's guys that we're not ready to go home. We want to continue to play. So I think just coming out here tonight with a ton of energy, just playing hard just like we've done all season. It's there's no secret, and the game of baseball can be crazy at times, and all these things happen. And but I trust our guys, and I we've been in these type of situations all year. We go down two games in a series and find a way to fight back. So if anybody can find a way to win and keep our season alive, it would be this group of guys.
No, I agree. I agree 100% with what you said. Obviously this is different because of the playoffs, but we've been in this spot before. We've lost 2 games in a series, and we've bounced right back. And I think that's the mindset we have to have today. We can't change our mindset. We can't change who we've been for 162 games. The success that we had coming into the playoffs, just because we're down 0-2 doesn't mean that we need to change who we are. So I think staying true to who we are, having each other's back, and go out there and play the game hard, see what happens.
Ryan, of course, it is different than the 162 because if you don't win, there's no tomorrow. Do you go out there embracing that mentality that you can't lose, or do you try to flush that as much as you possibly can from your mentality so it doesn't maybe become bigger than it is? Yeah,
everybody knows what the deal is, and it's just part of it. I think if you dwell on that, then maybe that hinders your ability to play to the best of your ability. So I think for me, I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to enjoy every moment. I'm going to compete every pitch, and play hard, and we're going to try to win the game. You can't. I'm not going to be thinking about what could possibly go wrong the whole game. We're going to go out there and try to win the game.
Yeah, kind of a follow-up to that, but specifically when you guys are in this situation, do you talk about it at all, or is it just we understand, we know what's going on, or do you guys talk to some of the younger guys about the situation?
I don't think I've heard anyone talk about it. I think everyone it's something that goes unsaid. We didn't talk about it during the season. We lost 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row. It's not like we sat around talking about, oh man, we better win today. That's just something that's, I think, so special about this group is just the tenacity and the grit that yesterday didn't matter, the day before didn't matter. We're focused on today. We're focused on each individual pitch, each individual inning, and then the game's going to play out how it's going to play out.
Yeah. Well said, yeah.
You guys a few minutes ago talked about Dean and how he handles stuff. I mean, one of the things, obviously, we know there's a lot going on overseas and his family there. He said yesterday how grateful he was for everybody checking in on him. When you guys look at what he's going through and the position he's in tonight to pitch with all that going on, just talk about what that says about his grit and his determination and his mindset.
Yeah, for one, I think it shows, how much he cares about the team and, how much he wants to go out there and pitch for us. And it's kind of been our thing all year. We play for each other. And, as a teammate to Dean, all I can do is, support him and love on him. And, hopefully he can go out there and be able to pitch to the best of his ability, without all that weighing on him.
I think you got it.
For both of you, there's been some discourse this week about the playoff format, rest versus rust, the 5 days off. Do you feel like that benefited you guys to have that time? Would you have liked to seen maybe a different situation benefit you guys as the number 1 seed in the American League?
I don't know. I'm not going to sit up here and make excuses to why we're down 0-2. I don't know. I don't know that there is a better way to set up the format. You have to have a bye somewhere. Maybe I'd say I think the only thing that from player standpoint that we could discuss as far as a different format would be a type of seeding of some sort. Whereas, you saw the second best record in the AL get knocked out in the wild card round. How that looks, you have to reward the division winners as well. So I don't think there's an easy answer. But as far as is there a reason why we're down 0-2? Is it because we had the days off? I don't think so. I mean, we very easily could have been, had guys banged up, and that time gave us time for them to get healthy. So I just think that's a way to kind of change the narrative, and that's not what we're going to do.
Ryan, can you give us a rough figure on how many family and friends are here to support you from Frisco and Huntsville today?
Yeah, I got, probably 8 family members, but a ton of friends. And, I went to high school here in Frisco, and, I still live here in Prosper in the off season. So, a lot of ticket requests and trying to, be cordial to everybody and show them I appreciate. But at the same time, it's I got to pay for the tickets. So. But very cool to have, be playing back home and have the support.
You guys have been really good away from Camden Yards this season. What do you think's allowed you to thrive on the road for both of you guys, and how can you carry that into the biggest road test, Game 3 tonight?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know if there's a, we don't feel like we play better at home or better on the road. I just think that, we, compete and we like to play, and I don't think it matters to us that we're, playing on the road as far as like, we're going into their house. It's like, no, we got to, we're still alive. We got an opportunity to play a game tonight and keep the season going, and then, who knows what can happen. So, and definitely, throughout the season, having success on the road is definitely a confidence builder. But I don't know if there's a specific reason as to why, we played well on the road, but, we just have, so.
Yeah, I think that one thing about this team is we don't listen to the outside noise. You can go all the way back to spring training when no one gave us a shot. People don't give teams on the road a shot. We don't really listen to that. We're down 0-2. A lot of people are counting us out already. We don't listen to that. We show up to play each inning, each game, and we're going to play the same way we've done all year. So I think it's special what we did on the road this year, but again, it's not something like we sit around and talk about, hey, we played so good on the road or, anything. We just focus on what we can control, and that's how we've handled our business all year.